Well, hello there, and welcome back to the second installment of your new favorite YouTube series, where we will come to find out I have no idea what I'm doing. Today, we will be looking at my song, The Internet. I hope you enjoy. Cool cats, welcome back. Also peep the giraffe mug. It is my favorite mug that I have. I love it with all of my heart. You should get yourself a giraffe mug and then send me a picture of it. That would actually make my day. Please do that. I would love that. Anyways, so we have the session pulled up already. We'll just hop right in. This time I want to look at the drums first because these are pretty simple throughout the song. We just have a nice little chug, 4 on the floor kick. The snare's kind of pulling us along. And I think I layered, the kick to give it a little bit more punch. So here we just have some stock drums from Logic. And then these ones down here are ones I pulled from Splice. A wonderful thing that every musician should use. There we go. We got it. But yeah. So I got my kick, my snare from there. It kind of stays the same throughout most of the song, truthfully. The verses are the same. And then the end of the song, which is the same cadence, same style as the verse, I just dialed it back a bit on the snare to give room because there's a lot more vocals going on, which we will get to. And then I doubled a second snare on there to make it a little bit more crunchy at the end. And that's most of it for this. We have this big instrumental build up in the middle of the song that kind of leads us into like a bridge-ish area. It's an interesting formed song if you've listened to it. I don't really know what to call this part. But anyways, it stays pretty consistent. And let's see it go to, boom, the big crash reveal. So again, that's just, we have some crash left and right. Yeah, you can hear it kind of. So yeah, that's kind of the drums. Pretty straightforward. Nothing crazy there. And then we'll do bass as well. Check that out. Pretty simple, good old bass synth, just meant to give some low, and it stays that way throughout the whole song. And then at the end of the bridge, it has like a walk down because the synth is doing a walk down then as well. So it just kind of follows that. But yeah, the bass and the drum are pretty straightforward, nothing crazy there. Then hopping into the synths, a little bit more crazy. So we shall start off with the verse here. Let's take a look at these marimbas. So these guys are fun. They just make it a brighter, more beachy throughout the song. But they stay pretty consistent. There isn't too much variety, at least in the verses. The bridge is again where it'll change up. That's where. Yeah, it's that walk down. We also have a signature keyboard, doing the same walk down there for our bridge. Yeah, nice. So that's our marimbas. Let's take a look at some of these chordal ones. So this guy right here, also named the 80s signature keyboard, is a lot of the driving force for the synths. It kind of gives that, like, it tells you what's happening, you know. Yeah, it's really nice, very pretty. And then we have the electromagnetic keys, and those guys are just giving some emphasis and a little bit more peppy fun times. And then that second verse, we just laid down some chords on an electric piano. And we have this other happy little synth doing a line. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Yeah. All right, well, that's verse. Verses stay the same. I think the only difference is in this instrumental part next, we have like a mellotron stabbing out some like bass notes. Yeah, nice. Just gives a little bit more depth on top of the bass synth here. Yeah, it just kind of gives a full sound. But in between the verse and the instrumental, which I forgot to get to, we have this little build-up section, which is my favorite part of the song, honestly. I think it's great. Yeah, this is like a pre-chorus. And we have... so that was just like the signature keys that play earlier on in the song. All I did was reverse it, and I got this cool effect. And I thought it was a great idea for a build. And then I also reversed the marimbas from earlier on in the song too. So those guys are going on in the background. And then we have an unreversed marimba, a non-reversed, dare I say, a de-reversed marimba. Just consistently playing one note to kind of help bring it forward. That's what it sounds like in full. Boom. And then for that second pre-chorus, it isn't a build-up. It's just that same chords on the electric piano. And then the drums come in for the build. So that is more or less all that's going on for the synths. Because, yeah, then at the end it stays the same as well. So that's what we're working on synths. But the big meat and potatoes of this song, the big old entree, the fattest entree that has all of the meat and the potatoes in it, that is going to be our vocals. We'll take a look at the verse here. Don't know why everyone's complaining. The internet's so full of peace. So yeah, we just have like two vocals on top of each other. One of them is quieter than the other. I don't know why I labeled that high. Don't know why everyone's complaining. Because I'm not singing it any higher. But it's just two vocals stacked on top of each other. Then we have the pre-chorus in the song, which really hope you're right when you say it all subsides. Sounds like that. Which is like kind of like a telephony effect, what I was going for. And I got that from a stock Logic plugin, baby. Logic has all the goods. And so I just like run it through some filters. I've never had a fight or war, but heaven knows I'll try. Yeah. So it just makes it feel like you're listening through like a landline or something. And I like that. But that's all we're looking at in terms of like main vox for the first half of the song. And as we get into the build, we have the big chorusy ooze. And that comes from, so that main ooh that I just played, and then these four side guys. Yeah, that's nice. That's fun. Like chorusy effects. Yeah, warbly. And those guys are just obviously singing different notes. We got some different harmonies going on there. But it makes it full, and it's kind of like ethereal. I really wanted this song to feel like you didn't know what was coming next. Because that's kind of how I feel about, the internet as a whole. Not to get like too on the nose with the song title, but it just feels like you never know what's gonna happen. And there are so many voices that are vying for attention on the internet, and I kind of wanted to have that effect to the song. So I'll get more into those kind of other vocal effects. But yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. And I think, it does a good job of making you feel in this weird cyberspace. You don't know what's going to happen. It's like beautiful and kind of haunting, and it's the internet, baby. So, that's where you're watching this video right now. So, who am I to complain? So yeah, that's the bridge, and then the verse, the final outro verse. Don't know why everyone's complaining. Everybody has their needs. The internet's so full of peace. It's just like a lot of weird people. I like the idea of having like different voices singing for me, but I was too afraid to just like ask people to, hey, could you sing this and then send it to me? So I like sang it all myself. So I have like a pish posh voice and a country voice and normal, a robotic, high harmony, Alvin and the Chipmunk type beat voice. I'm coming for you, Alvin. Anyways, so that's kind of the intro or the outro. Sorry. While you sleep, living life will be at ease. So that's the main vox. Let's go to this transition vox before the end. So the transition vox is for the instrumental into the second verse. It's unbelievable! And that was kind of the same idea as the end. I just wanted like all these different voices to kind of go at once, feeling like you're on some like subreddit or like reading YouTube comments. Actually, like the lines that I have that I'm speaking, I just typed in like random YouTube comment finder. I clicked on like the first website I found, and then it's just like, oh, auto generate, and you can click to like have random YouTube comments thrown at you. And so there's like the first 5 or 6 that I saw, I just read them or sang them, and then added different effects and stuff. Well, I guess not here, but like format shifted the vocals, just like make some squeaky and some really low, and said some of them in like funny dialects or accents that I'm not good at. And it kind of came up like this. It's unbelievable! So yeah, and then I just got like these typing sound effects. Make it feel like classic, you're typing on a keyboard. I just got those from Splice. So there's those guys. And then the last little bit here is just these absolutely insane vocal things. It's like so odd to listen to. Wait. The internet's unexpected request for audio data. Yeah, so that's the wacky bridge part, very aptly named. And it just has like a frick ton of effects going on there. Yeah, we got some feedback, tape delay. We have like some crazy wet tape delay, format shifting. And it's just like I just randomly clicked on the session, just like random points, and then I hit play, and I was like, cool, big fan. Yeah, so that's that part. And I wonder if let me play it without all that stuff. See how weird it sounds.
The internet's my new best friend.
Dang, might keep popping up.
My new best friend. Internet's my new best
friend. It's my new best friend.
Yes, that's kind of wild. Even without that stuff. And then this other stuff is just kind of an echo of the weird parts, or the weird part.
The internet's my new best friend.
And it just has like a lot more tape delay and a reverb on them.
My new best friend. My new best friend. The internet's my new best friend.
Dang, Alvin made it in there twice. What a good chipmunk. Yeah, so that's kind of the end of the song. End of the session that we got going on here. But let me play that outro.
The internet's my new best friend. My new best friend.
That's kind of what we're looking at for the song here. The internet is a wild place. Not to get preachy or on the nose here, but it is it's strange. You know, it changes every day, and I wanted this song to encapsulate that. So if you haven't listened to it, again, please do. Yeah, let me know what you think about it. And yeah, thanks for watching another episode. There will be more to come. So, cheers. And don't forget giraffe mug pictures. Yep.